Hey guys, I'm John.
Mikey.
And this is TriStar Wargaming. So what are we doing today?
Well, today, for our, I guess it'll be our first video of the new year, we are finally dipping our toes fully into Glory Hallelujah. This is going to be the battle for the Greenbrier River. We are playing the first book, I guess the first scenario out of the pamphlet that comes with the Gettysburg setup. We've got the camera set up. We're going to come back with deployment, I guess.
Yeah. Alright guys, it's been a minute since we filmed an actual battle report. So we're kind of going to go over, actually we're on opposite sides of where we're going to end up.
Yeah.
But there's my deployment.
Yep.
Like 12 inches in, I think it is, if you kind of look at the book. It doesn't actually say, but it's about 12. We got the Greenbrier, I'm assuming it's the Greenbrier River, running through the middle.
It is.
Here?
Greenbrier River. This, my friends, is the Parkersburg Turnpike.
Oh.
And this is the Traveler's Repose, which I'm assuming is some type of tavern.
We actually, hold on, I'm going to come by the book here. I'm going to flash it up if I can find it, but I do want to show, like, we actually did a pretty good job representing it.
Yeah, it's not 100%.
It's not perfect, but
it's as close as it'll get.
We even got the ridge. I know we had a comment a while back ago about how do we do this. We have some foam under there for the ridge. So like I said, yeah, actually per the scenario, I'm going to deploy first on this side.
Yep.
And then he'll deploy, and then you are the first player by default in this scenario.
Good guys go first. Oh, and by the way, John, did you hear about the Confederate time capsule they dug up in Virginia? I guess it was at Robert E. Lee's property, is that right?
I'm not sure.
They found coins there, so hopefully Confederate money will be worth something now.
All right, so we have deployed our forces here, and I'm going to start with mine, I guess. Losers first.
Well, let's go ahead and cover this. The book doesn't say anything, but we've done a little bit of research, and from what we can find, the battle for the Greenbrier River was mainly Virginians versus people, Union Indiana boys. But we are bringing what we've got, so you will hear us refer to their actual regiment names.
Alternate history.
Yeah, alternate history. At this point in time, it was not Virginians versus Indianans. This is whatever we've got.
So on the right here, these two Zouave units, which they're not really, there's nothing special about them, they just look like Zouaves. That's going to be Johnson's brigade, and that man on the white horse there is Johnson, Brigadier Johnson. Then this three-man here, we've got the commander of the force, which is going to be Brigadier General Henry R. Jackson. I'm using Robert E. Lee's model, but he's Jackson. Henry Jackson for today. And then next to him is Taliaferro's brigade. What did I say earlier?
That 3 times fast.
I said,
you said they were some of Salva's friends.
Yeah. And then the far left here is going to be Rust's brigade with 3 regiments. And then I have 4 gun batteries. You have 6 batteries. So your cannons are a little bigger than mine. That's what she said. And then we've got Rust right there. So run me through your guys.
Okay, so with my guys, starting on this side of the table here, but mine is almost equal. It is. I have identical brigades. So my actual commander, I guess this would be what, is it a division? No, not even a division at this size.
I suppose it's a division.
Yeah, I guess it would have to. It is ran by Brigadier General Joseph J. Reynolds with a command rating of 8.
Okay.
Over here I have got on the, I guess you would almost call that a dark Palomino maybe, I don't have a name for this guy. It's just my 1st brigade. He has no name, but basically, like John was saying, this right here should be the 1st Maine. I'm sorry, 20th Maine, and they are backed up by the 1st Maine. This one here should be the 20th Indiana. Oh, I'm sorry, 116th Pennsylvania. This is the 20th Indiana. So I do have some Indiana boys here on the table.
Cool.
This is a 6-gun battery. This is the 2nd Brigade, which is a mirror of the 1st, except this one should be the 55th New York, followed by the Duray Zouaves, but they have no special rules. This is Hawkins Zouaves, again no special rules, and then this one here should be the 32nd Indiana or the 1st German, followed by another 6-gun artillery battery. I
don't think I said which ones were mine, but you'll hear it throughout the battle. Disclaimer before we go any further, if you've made it this far in the video, as you should have, don't click off.
Please don't click off.
We are idiots, and we're gonna mess the rules up because we're new to the game, but that's okay. So just politely correct us in the comments, as you always do.
Yep.
So, with that being said, you're the first player.
First player.
Turn 1.
do... God, that's scary. I don't know that I want to get in range of you. I'm going to have to, though. I'm going to go ahead and give a brigade order from this side over here.
Oh my goodness.
I want these guys to advance.
Now remember that if you cross the river, it halves your...
I can't do a brigade order because all of these guys will hit the river at different times.
Well, I suppose they would just have to stop if they can't make it across.
Yeah.
By the way, that river looks stellar, my friend.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it individually. I am going to give the 55th New York, I want them to advance across the river as far as they can. No. I want them to attempt to clear the river and form up a line over here.
Okay.
And we have a staff rating of 8. So
yeah. That needs to be said. All of our guys have staff rating 8 across the board.
So staff rating 8. He's not within range of the general to give him his re-rolls.
Okay.
So I want the 55th New York to advance across the river.
Yeah, are we doing that? Are we doing the general re-rolls?
Well, yeah, because it's just a generic general.
Cool.
Yeah, he doesn't have any of the... So a staff rating of 8. I want these guys to advance across the river and take up position. Okay, we're good. So they literally should get 3 moves.
Yeah.
But...
They have the distance on one.
Yeah, they have the distance on one of these. So instead of going the normal
6,
they're going to go 3.
Oh, yeah. So I know this is going to piss a lot of people off, but it needs to be said since it's our first battle report of this. We are not using inches to centimeters. We're actually just halving all the inches because we decided we like the ranges better that way.
It's America, United States of America, and we do standard. We will literally measure anything using anything except the metric system.
Yeah. So if you're like, why not just make it 12 centimeters? Shut up.
Yeah. I'm going to make 3 field mice moves.
Illegal.
And I'm going to do the same thing with the, what did I say that was? Sorry guys, the 32nd Indiana. These guys are going to attempt to do the same thing.
Do you want to kind of walk through, like when you roll the dice, what it actually means when you roll them for the newer guys?
Okay, here we go. So command rating 8, we have to do at least an 8 in order to get the order to go off. That is an 8. So these guys will literally get to move 1 movement. Now, earlier, the reason why I moved these guys 3 moves, if the command rating is 8 and you roll equal to or 1 less, you get 1 move. If you drop down to that right there, that is 2 below your command rating, you get a second move. And then if you go as far as that, if you get to 3 below or less, you get 3 moves, and that's where you max out.
Yeah.
Now, I rolled an 8, so these guys will only get 1 move. I will give a brigade order. I want these guys to advance directly forward as far as they can go. So what can we do here? We fail. So that brigade is done. Okay.
Cool.
I'm going to give a brigade order for these 2. They are within range of him. And I want these guys to make an advance. I want to take up position, basically half covered by the farmhouse. Just move forward to right about... maybe I want to line up here.
Okay.
This side of the bridge. And 8 is just enough to make 1 move.
There you go.
Because when the orientation doesn't matter as much. Here, I'm going to order the, did I say that was the 20th Maine? I want these guys to advance forward and basically line up right here on this side of the river. Ooh. They get 3 moves.
So they can...
Now I'm going to order the 1st Maine. I want these guys to just take up position directly behind the 20th Maine. They're good, perfect. So I won't even measure because we knew the other one was good, so they're taking that position behind them. And I want these guns to advance behind the infantry here. And they have a 3-inch move because they're being manhandled. So that is a 5, which is good enough for 2 moves.
Let's do whatever they want.
Now I move my brigadier generals.
Yeah, now you can move them where you need to.
So I want to advance this guy here, and I think the game gives you 48 inches on a horse, but we're moving it down to 24 because of our size. So.
Which is still half the table.
Yeah, it's quite a bit, yeah. So we're just going to move him, and then the last brigadier general is going to do, I want to put him basically right here, and then I want to move my general to get him within 12 inches of one of his brigadier commanders here to here.
Cool.
So that he should be able to offer a reroll bonus. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know that anybody's in range for me anyway, so I've put myself in a position where you will be able to do what you need.
They might
and
be.
Yeah, you're out of everything's out of range for me. So
Uh-oh.
it's going to be brutal.
I'm thirsty.
So we're gonna go to John's Confederate command phase now.
Okay. So we're gonna start by seizing the initiative over here, giving a brigade order because we're cool like that, and I just want. I think I just want them to advance once. Like, just one movement.
One
up.
movement forward.
And I don't want to get them too far up. So...
That was very close to a blunder. How do so?
I'm going to give an order to them to move up to this area right here in front of the river. Right in front of the barn.
So you want to march forward and then change formation, or are you going to keep them in column?
Yeah. I want to march forward and put them into a line here if I can.
Okay.
So it's going to be +1 for the road and then +1 for the column.
Yep, so you get 2 to this, so it'll be a 10.
10 or below.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so I did not mean to jinx John when I said that maybe the dice gods would favor me in this game. But so far, this is looking very brutal for him.
I kind of felt like that was going to be the easy way. Wait, I have a reroll.
Yes, you do. You do have a reroll.
I've got to reroll that. That's so I'm using my general's reroll for the turn on these guys to do exactly what I just said.
Yep.
That's
okay, so you get 2 moves.
2 moves, yeah. Now I'm going to move these guys up to...
Orientate.
And it's not bolt action, so you can pre-measure all you want to. I'm actually within range right there. But I want to get them out to the open, so I'm going to try to move them, like, right in this area here.
So you're looking like probably 2 moves.
Yeah. So on a road, but they're not in any special formation.
No, so it's just +1, so you need a 9 or less. Jesus, John. Like, okay. You got to stop, dude.
I can't re-roll that one anymore.
So that puts you to the end of that brigade.
Yep.
And now you're moving on to the last brigade, which is another 4-gun battery and 3 infantry.
I don't want them to hang back too long because I feel like I can get them into the fight sooner. So I'm actually gonna give a brigade order. I just want them all to
advance.
Full send.
Full send.
As far as they can.
Move forward as far as they can go.
That's pretty good.
That gets you 1 move. Should be good now.
Okay. He's gonna stay there because this brigade needs some help.
Yeah.
He's gonna kind of stay kind of right there, and then he's good where he's at, I guess. So.
Okay.
Well, but if I move him over, hold on. That's as far as I can get him, and if I move him there, I can give my reroll to either of them.
That's true.
Okay. So now I will be firing at probably not a whole lot because they can't fire.
Yeah, they're in a column, so they can't fire.
They're not in range of anything.
Is that the Georgia Clinch Mountain Boys?
That is the 5th Clinch Rifles.
We've got a bit of another YouTube crush we want to call out. Our guys across the pond, 7th Son.
Oh yeah.
This is our version of the 95th Rifles.
Yeah.
So let's see what John can do here. If anybody will survive it, it'll be the Clinch Mountain Boys.
So they are gonna sit there. They are not within range of anything because it's 12 inches. I don't think.
Yeah.
Basically, just my guns. I think might be in range.
These guys, I think your artillery's in range.
Yeah, these guys are, but they're gonna have to shoot overhead. So they're gonna have. It's long. It's
long range.
It's long range. So they get 1 die. It's -1 for being long range, -1 for shooting overhead.
Yep.
I need a 6. Nope. So, round 2, blue player, where instead of red and blue, we're going to do gray and blue. Howdy. Blue player, movement,
right,
order phase, command phase.
Yeah, command phase. So these guys here, I want the 32nd Indiana to move forward. I want them to line up and clear the river. 5, that'll do it. They get 3 moves. So the first move is 3 inches. Which, before we go, are we doing the rules where if you make more than 1 move, you don't fire? That is something that's in the book.
Yeah, that's in Glory Hallelujah.
But I don't think we're in range at this point. We are not. That's okay. That's okay. I want these guys to make 1 move forward. Got to re-roll. Thank God. Hey, just enough.
Oh.
Okay. So we're going to make 1 move forward. 55th moves forward in a gun line.
They are facing down the Louisiana Tigers.
I have no more rerolls, so remember that. Now, I want to give the brigade order for these gentlemen here. I want them to advance across the river.
And they're actually going to be at -1 because that's over, or is it over 12 or is it 6? It's 12.
Over, it's 6 for us, I think. Because
yeah, because we have to, yeah.
So they will take it at a 7.
Yeah. Oh.
So these guys to advance across the river. Yeah. I want the 20th Maine to advance across the river. They don't have any kind of penalties right now.
That's a 11.
That's a complete. So that whole brigade dies out here. Now I just have to go into my shooting.
Yep. So pretty much these guys, right?
Well, that's the thing. You did put these guys, but what's my arc? Is it a 45?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It won't be. I don't know that it would be an enfilade. Look. John and I normally are very relaxed with enfilading and crossing the T. A lot of our viewers have called us out on it, but John, you can make the call on that. I don't want to give you an enfilade if it's not an enfilade.
Where's the laser at? I don't know. Roll a die. On a 1 through 3 it is. On a 4, 5, 6 it's not.
Okay, so it's not an enfilade, which just allows for a reroll anyway.
Yeah.
Nothing too punishing. Starting over here, I guess I am going to shoot at your Zoavs there. Is that the Tigers?
Yep.
It's a normal size unit, so I get 3 dice hitting on 4s. So 1 hit.
1 hit. And then I take a save.
Yep, you'll take a save at a normal save.
So it's just a 4 up for these guys.
Yep, they're good.
Good.
Okay, so then, again, my gun's back here out of range.
But those...
I don't think these guys can shoot at you. You're around range, but my guns can. And you are probably...
long range. Over half.
Yeah, you're over half. So I get 1 dice. Long range, so needing a 6 like you did.
Yep.
Oh my god, it was there. So we missed that.
Cool.
So it goes on to you now. At point blank.
Yeah, no, I'm going to give a brigade order, so I want both of them to do it. So I need a 8.
There it is.
Plenty enough.
So you can get way up in the close in my face.
Well, no, because I said 1 move.
That's true. You did want to get 1 move.
Yeah. These guys, I want to, if they can manage it, I want them to move up as far as they can. Re-roll the order.
Just keep what you got.
Okay, we're good. They can't do anything. I want them. Ooh, that's dicey.
Yeah, they're gonna take a penalty for being within range.
Well, they're in a column, and they're on a road, so that's
that would normally
2,
be +2, but -1.
-1 because here's 6.
Yeah.
So.
And then -1 because they're within range of an enemy.
That's true.
So you'll lose your. It's just 8.
It's an 8.
Yeah, it's an 8 again. So what are we doing?
Changing formation to a line.
Okay, so
that's all I wanted.
That's all you wanted to do, and he got insane bravery there.
Bam. These guys, I want to kind of come up and form like a echelon. What is that called? So that's 6. So I get 2 moves.
Yep.
I think I'll do it. I think so. And then these guys, I want to move in and fill up the gap. They're staying.
Yep, they stay put.
I mean, I suppose there's no reason not to use my reroll because he's not.
Yeah, at this point, I would.
So. Okay.
They did it.
I did it.
You did it.
Okay, full send again. As far up as they can move, that's where I want them to go.
Which they don't do anything.
Don't do anything.
Okay, so now we will go on to the shooting phase for the great player.
Okay, no.
Yes, do not forget, do not make the mistake that I made. Bring your generals where you need them.
We'll start with my canons. So, like, here's the deal. I still have to shoot overhead because even though it's only like, well, actually no, because it's 50% or more. So I guess the question becomes, I guess that's more than 50% of the unit.
That's obscured? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have to shoot over my own guys' heads.
Yeah.
So, -1 for that, but range-wise, they're actually within 9 inches.
So you're getting your 2 dice.
2 dice.
Needing 5s.
Yeah, 2 dice is no penalty except the overhead. Which
the Louisiana Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers. And
so this one will be point blank, should be, because you're within 3 inches.
Yeah, so 3 shots,
3s. Yep.
Getting 3s.
So there's 3 hits.
Bam.
So that is the stamina for this. So let's see if I get any saves.
Reroll that one.
Okay, and I needed 4s. So I got 1. And we do have 2 stamina markers on it now. They are.
Okay, and then these guys are within range, but they're not point blank.
Yep.
And I can't really shoot at them.
Yep. So you need 3 shots into the 20th,
30
32nd Indiana, hitting on 4s. So 1. That's the Flying Dutchman for you. No insult to my German viewers.
And then those guys can shoot at them though.
Yep.
That's not on plotting. So 3. I don't think they're in point blank either. No.
Yep. So hit on the 4s.
Needing 4s. One.
So
hit.
1 more. This right here could actually make them shaking now.
It could. Oh.
Oh my God! Can you? Are you kidding me? Okay.
No, it was teasing you.
Third time's a charm. They don't take it. They don't take 1.
And then I don't reckon these guys, anybody's actually within. Almost. So you might get to shoot at me next turn.
That's the hope. I'd like to get some damage inflicted.
And we don't have any fighting?
Nope.
And you're not shaking?
Nope.
So we're good.
So, starting over here, I really need some help. I'm going to go ahead and give a brigade order for these 2 regiments here. I want them to advance across the river as far as they can go.
As far as they can go.
So it's 8 plus a reroll. So brigade for these 2 Zoav units. 6. So that
Nice.
gives me 2 movements. My chances of being like this.
Then the cannons too, or did you not include them?
No, they have not been included, but that's the thing. I don't know that I'm ever going to get them in. I'm going to just have to bring them up. 5-6 gun battery to move up to this flank of the Zoavs here. So I'd like to move as far forward as I can. That's not enough, so they're going to... Actually, I'm going to do the reroll.
Cool. 3 and
6. That right there will do 2 moves.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So they're going to basically move 6 inches this way. Okay, so then moving over here. Again, I think I want to do a brigade order for this unit here. I want these guys to advance. And basically, we're going to make a little, like a...
What? Yeah,
we're going to
elbow.
circle our wagons. We're going to
Yeah,
do a
there you
small
go.
elbow. Needing an 8.
Which
It's a
ones were
7.
they? Those 2.
So we get 1 move. Now I want my guns to make 1 move forward. Actually, before I do that, I want to make 1 movement across the river with these guys. So needing an 8. 6. So I could get up to 2 moves.
Cool.
So, shooting back at your Louisiana Tigers there, it's 3 dice hitting on 3s now.
Yep.
Because we are at point blank like you. Well, let me roll it in front of you here. Okay, so I got 2.
Oh, disordered.
And a disorder.
6 means disordered. So get a little. Here, I've got some here, I believe. Oh, perfect. Little smoke plume to say disordered.
And you've got 2 staminas to take. You pass 1 and you fail 1.
I think it's -1 for being disordered, right? Or is that just a shaken test?
I think that's shaking test.
That's just a shaken test, yeah. So I have 1 marker now.
And disordered. For the viewers at home that aren't familiar with that, disordered means he cannot give them an order next turn. Okay, so the next one is going to be the 32nd Indiana, the 1st German Indiana. 3 shots into the South Carolinians there, needing 4s.
Oh, what is it with you and rolling on the units?
I don't know, but you got 1 to take. Good. Okay. This gun here moved too far to shoot, so now we move to the other side here.
They're within range, I want to say.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I guess. And now these are. Are we gonna grant each other obscured targets, or can we see across the bridge?
I'd say that would probably actually get in the way. But we're both.
If you're down to the level there. So that's the thing. Either we each get cover.
I would say we both get
we
cover
don't.
because it's kind of in the way.
Okay.
But now, unless our units were to move so that they weren't 50%, but that both of our units are.
So
50%.
3 shots hitting on 5s, and I'm shooting from the 20th Maine
into
is
the
that Texas?
Mississippi.
Mississippi. So needing 5s.
Oh,
Got 1.
disordered.
It's a disorder.
Oh, I die. Okay, so I passed it, but I'm disordered.
Okay, and then over here, I don't know. I guess are you within my arc?
Yeah.
Okay, and is that the Virginians?
Yeah, and they won't get any cover.
And you are there. So 3 shots hitting on 4.
No, and those are Texans, Bonnie Blue
Texans.
Flag.
So 3 shots from the 20th Indiana shooting at Texas, needing 4s. So 2. No disorder this time.
Oh. I'm passing all my saves.
So moving over to here, I'm going to shoot. Who are these guys? Is that Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 shots shooting at the Virginians in front, needing 4s. Nothing. So the last thing I've got is my guns here. We are in range. We still only made 1 move.
Overhead, long range.
Yeah, so it's still needing a 6, and we're just getting 1 dice. So needing a 6, and I'm going to shoot at, well, the overhead doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
it is needing a 6. Nope. So moving on to the gray player's turn.
Yep. Okay. So I think all I want to really do here is give these guys yet another brigade order, and again, I want them to get as far as they can, but I don't want them to go any further than the edge of the ridge line.
So you want 1 move.
Well, it'd be several for these guys.
Yeah, so you might put yourself in a position where some of these guys can shoot, but not others. So you want them on the ridge line.
Base reroll.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do the reroll on
So I
that.
put them there.
So that right there is actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I do want to give it order. I want them to fill in the gap there.
So they're making 2 moves or 1?
Whatever gets them to the gap.
Okay.
So they've got 6, so I think they're good to go. So they're just gonna do that. Do I want to move him up? Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna move them so that they kind of maintain the whole line thing going on. Get a little closer. No, I'm not. So gray shooting. We'll start with these guys. Why not? Just go right to left for me. So same thing. 3 shots hitting on 4s. 1 hit.
Okay. So needing a 4 to save. Of course not.
Okay. These guys are shooting, but they're gonna need. So they're point blank, but then they're
That's
just
4s, yeah.
So 4s. 3 shots hitting on 4s.
Are you kidding me?
Bam. That's 3 shots.
My boys is about to be running off the field, I'm afraid.
Yeah, they might be in bad shape.
So that takes me 1.
So
So
you're
I go to the shaking, which means at the end of the
turn.
shooting phase, I will have to take a shaking test.
But no negatives because you're just
Not yet.
base shaking.
Yeah, not yet.
Well, unless I do something.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you shoot at them, then I will definitely take more.
So 3 shots hitting inside, but it's not onfloating, and I don't think they could.
Yeah, they didn't move, so yeah.
Wow.
Thank God.
Wow.
That was huge. But if I roll piss poor like I'm known to, they're gonna be whipped anyway.
3 shots shooting at them, but I need 6s because intervening
And
terrain
and disorder.
Disordered. Nope. Well.
Reroll that cocked one. Okay.
Then
All
over
misses.
here, these guys.
Same
Yeah.
thing. Yep. Just 4s, I think.
Yeah, just 4s.
Oh wow.
Oh,
And
wow.
disordered.
Oh, that's rough.
So let me go ahead and take this because you're no longer. I got you, John. Since you're no longer disordered, I will put it in front of me, and then I will take my 3 saves. So needing 4s.
Oh.
And I say, why not? Just
Wow.
why not? So
Wow.
those guys are shaking as well. It's not turning out great for Union.
I'm just gonna shoot at them. 4 shots, or 3 shots hitting on 4s. Oh my God. Oh.
Okay, so I passed them both, but I am shaken. Or I'm sorry, I am disordered.
Those guys, same thing. Only
1.
Yeah.
Needing a 4.
Good.
Good.
And then these guys over here, same thing.
1. The
Good.
fighting Maine.
They
The
really
fighting
did.
Maine are disordered, but still
Oh,
didn't take any of them.
they can shoot because they only moved once.
Mhm.
They're just outside 9 inches. So long range, overhead, needing
So
6. I saw
Thank
it.
God. Yeah,
I
it was
saw
there. It rolled
Okay.
back.
And that's everything.
Okay.
So,
now I got to take the break test.
yep.
So there's no modifiers in
Yep.
it.
So let me get the book because it's got the chart.
As long as I don't roll less than 4. And I rolled a 7, which should be
think
enough
you're-
to stand my ground.
Standing ground.
Okay, so keep that out because now I've got to do the 116th, I think,
So
20th
they're-
Indiana.
They're -1.
Yeah, so basically just don't. I got to roll higher than the 5.
-1 for disorder.
And I rolled a 6, which puts me probably retreat 1 step.
5, which is, your unit retires 1 full move to 3 without changing formation at all times avoiding contact with the enemy. Once it's moved, it becomes disordered if it's not already. Well, at least, I suppose. If unable to comply, it makes 2 moves. If unable to comply with that, then it just breaks.
Okay,
But
so basically, I just make 1 move back.
Yeah.
And they remain shaken. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Well.
Now I gotta go to my side over here.
We here?
So I guess I want to make 1 advance with these guys. 1 move. Needing a 7, and they fail,
That's
so I
a
lose
10.
the whole fucking brigade. But I want to give these guns. I want to order them forward. 1 move, needing an 8.
What is it? I don't see.
I told you. So shaking makes me a -1. So 4 shots. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot into this unit here. 3 shots.
Well, it's point blank, so.
Well, it's hitting on 4s
Yeah,
because
so
I'm shaking. So hitting on 4s.
Nice.
Same thing here, shooting at South Carolinians. I don't see anything changing.
Just 4s. 1.
That's what's happened 3 times in a row now. And you'll pass 3 times in a row. 20th Indiana is going to shoot at the, is that the Texas boys?
Which
3
ones?
shots
Them?
hitting on 5s, yeah.
Mississippi.
3 shots hitting on 5s, got 1. So the only thing I got is the 20th Indiana, or the 20th Maine, and that's only because I couldn't do anything that I asked anybody to do.
3 shots hitting on 5s.
5s, yep. And they're shooting at...
Who is that? That's 2nd Virginia. Oh, there's 1.
Yep.
You can re-roll that other one.
No, it rolled down here and stopped.
Okay.
Oh,
Nope.
we did finally do a casualty marker. Now my guns.
They're in range.
Well,
I
here's the
think.
question, though. Yeah, whoever I shoot at is going to be partially obscured, so I got to shoot overhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no matter what I shoot at,
Yeah.
screw it. I've shot at them twice and nothing's happened, so I'm going to shoot overhead and long distance to the Virginians there.
6. That's a 6.
That was caught.
That's a 6.
So they're disordered, and
Yep. And it's
you get 1, but it is -2 because it's from an artillery.
I think it's -1 at long range.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, -1, so needing 5. Are you kidding me?
Bam. I'm literally not gonna give any orders. I just might.
Yeah, and this honestly, I could see this going. This is going to swing the game. This is probably the end right here, because you've got a position right now where if you do the right shooting, you could potentially break this one, send him off the table. You could potentially send him down the river, which will break this entire brigade. These 2 units are swinging. Like, they're so close. If those guys are whipped, that's game.
You're right. So I could actually win it here, depending on how well my dice go.
And I totally expect it.
All right. Well, you know what? Just to see if I can do it, I will give 1 order. I know I already moved him. If you'll let me, I'll give 1 order. I'll try to get them into point blank. That's definitely enough. Okay.
I would like to do a study. I wonder how many people fail as many orders as I do.
Okay. Shooting for my guys. So again, we'll just go in a line. 3 shots hitting on 3s. Disordered and 2 hits.
I got you.
Cool.
2 and saves. 2 saves, which I expect to fail, needing 4s. There they are.
You were correct. Alright, then these guys, shooting at them, 3 shots, hitting on 3s, disordered.
A 6 and a 4, so I saved both, but we remain disordered.
Okay. Cannons.
3 shots, yeah.
So 3 shots, hitting on 3s. Yeah. So 3 hits and they are -2.
I don't know that I need to roll this. Saved 1, so we're up to 2.
So those guys, 3 shots hitting on 4, 2 hits. You can't disorder twice.
Another one.
Literally same thing. 3 shots hitting on 5s.
No saves. Why not?
But you're not shaking though.
Yeah, I mean, again, these are not consolations.
Why not? We'll try to make them shaken. 3 shots coming from those guys. Hitting on 4s, nothing. Cannons. We'll shoot at them. Why not? Well.
Are they in range? You got 18 inches.
Yeah. Well. I'll move it there.
Yeah, they're over it.
Okay, so I need a 6. Nope. I just shot with them. So.
Get those 2 last ones over here.
3 shots, hitting on 4s. My God. 3 hits. Okay, well, you said.
Passed all of them, yep.
Yeah, well,
that's the 20th main, yeah.
Well, that would have went away.
No, it goes back. Well, no, actually. Yeah, it should have gone away.
Then those guys, same thing. 3 shots hitting on 4s and just 1 hit. Good.
So let's go ahead and go through my break tests. So what have I got to roll for over here? That one's shaken. Or is it?
Yeah, because it's at 4.
Okay, so I got to roll -1. Whatever I roll
-2.
Oh, yeah, because of this sort, yeah.
Yeah. Where'd the book go?
That's a 12. They're good. How bad off is the 55th?
-8. Well,
they can't pass.
Wait, hold on. 3. Come on. 3 and it's at 7, -1, so -4 extra, -5. So they could be fine.
7, that's a 2. They're going to run.
Yep. So they're whipped.
Yeah. So they have to make 1 full retreat back, and I'll have to do that here in a second.
Yeah, and then if they can't comply with that, it's 2, and then 3, and then if they can't do that, then...
So what's my next broken unit, my next shaken unit? They're not, but they are. So they took theirs last turn. They don't take it every turn.
Yeah, you don't take it unless you get more.
So that's it. So then I'll hand this over to you and make my 1 retreat with my 55th. But they are already whipped, so they can never move close to the... At this point, do I have to do this? Or do they just stop right there at the river?
Just 1 move. And you could... I mean, you're still in range to shoot at me, so they could probably shoot next turn if you wanted to do so.
Go ahead and do a follow me with this commander here. I'm not within the 6 inches that's required to take the penalty. So he's got to do an 8 up to join this unit, and then they can make 1 6-inch move. So we're good. So all I did was I wanted to do a follow me. He's going to join them, and we get 1 move. Now, I'm going to move this to the side, because these guys are going to move up to the back, and then they stop. Because now they have to take a morale check to get through the other unit. They are a fresh unit, so it is a 3 up instead of a 4 up. But also because they've got a commander with them, they go to 2. So
like our old saying that I'm not going to say.
I'm rolling it before I was rolling it before you got it out of your mouth. It was literally what's on the other side? You ready? So they do move ahead and stop in the front. This unit here is shaken and disordered, but that unit is not. He is with them. That is the last thing that he can do on this side of the table. Yeah, so I just want these guys on an 8 up. I want them to scoot along and basically move 1 move to get out beside their partners.
That goes away, right? Yeah, because that was from last one.
So 7, they get 1 move. And they're just going to slide out here.
Well, they need an 8, so that's 6. So they get 2 moves.
I only give them 1. I wanted to get out beside.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm going to go ahead and I want to do a follow me with this commander into these guns.
Did you already move them back this turn? Because you got to move them back.
You don't know that. Remember, we covered that in our last practice game. The first time that they become whipped, they make 1 move.
That's right.
After that, you can still give them orders.
Right.
But it's always a -1, and they can never be ordered to advance
move forward.
towards
That's
the enemy.
Right. That's fair. Okay.
So they're still good for chaff. Like they stay in the way.
Yeah,
they don't count for anything, but they stay in the way. So I'm going to do a follow me for him to these guns. I want these guns to make an advance.
3
6. That's good.
I'm being in front. I'm kind of a little intimidated.
Don't worry, it's my dice rolls you still got to contend with. So we're in range, and we don't have to shoot overhead, so that'll help a little bit. So going into my turn now. Let's start over here, I guess.
Oh, on this side.
I want to shoot with the 20th Maine. I want to try to get some retribution against, is that the 2nd Virginia?
Yep.
So we're disordered, and we need 5s. 1.
Oh.
And
Got
you save it. Man, that's just the story of this game. All of our practice games, for the viewers that haven't seen any of them yet, Jon makes all
all my saves.
And I just continue to waste away. So now the first main is going to be shooting, and I think you're just out of range.
No, that's 3 inches.
You sure? Because I'm going base to base,
Well,
right?
hold on. Get it on the edge there.
I can't see the edge on mine.
Okay, that's about the edge.
So I'm touching edge of yours.
Yeah, it's like just out of range.
So 3 shots for the 20th.
Actually, measure from there. Oh, yeah, it's still just out of range. Okay.
So needing 4s. So the first main shooting into the first Virginia, correct?
That's a Texas.
Okay, so I got 2 in
Florida.
disorder.
Ooh, okay. Well, you got one. Okay. So 2 hits.
Fail
one.
And
that was such a half empty, half full moment. You said saved one. I said failed one.
Yeah. Okay. Now I've got to do
those guys.
Yep. And they're going to shoot at the Mississippians again, continuing to try, needing 6s now because disordered and the cover from the bridge.
Wait, so if you're over 6, can you ever go over 6? Can you just not? I forget how that works.
Yeah, you can't. If you ever go over 6, you can't do it.
I don't think you can then because you're disordered.
Yeah, but that just puts me to.
Oh, that puts you at 6.
Yeah, that puts me at 5, and then the cover gives
because
me
they're
6.
not shaking.
Yeah, they're not shaking.
Okay.
Yet. So needing a 6 from the 20th there, 20th Indiana, we don't get it. Okay, so moving over to this direction. Actually, no, I'm not moving over. I got this gun here.
Yeah.
My artillery's not hit yet, but again, I failed to get him in position.
So 6, right?
Yeah, shooting overhead, needing a 6.
Oh, I felt it.
Opposite.
I felt it coming.
Okay, so then going to this artillery, same thing. We don't have to shoot overhead, so I need a 5. And that's into the Clinch Mountain Boys, the 95th Rifles. Artillery continues to be my bane. I cannot ever seem to get it to do what I need it to do. These guys are whipped and they're disordered, so they're going to be continual. They're always shaking, and I don't think whipped comes into the shooting.
No, so it's just 6s.
Yeah, so 3 shots shooting back at the Tigers, needing 6s. If they're ever going to shine, nope, why not? Why would you guys? Okay, so now I've got the Hawkins Zoavs shooting at the Hampton's Legion there.
Yep.
So it's hitting on 3s. So 2 hits and one's disordered. But this is a unit that doesn't fail. Oh my God!
You jinxed me.
I did jinx you. That unit finally failed and gave up the
See,
ghost.
this is what I'm saying. This could very quickly turn around because if you break them, they also run because that's brigade's broken.
But that's a lot easier said than done because I've now done all of my shooting.
Yes, correct.
And now I get to hand it over to you.
You do. I am going to give a brigade order to these 3 units.
If the Lord wants to preserve the Union, he needs you to fail.
And it's -1 because they're in range.
Yep.
So it's
if you're doing a brigade order, yeah, because somebody's got to be within 6 inches.
Yeah, basically, I just want them all to line up, like square themselves up, and get in closer range.
Yep. So that's good enough. If that's a 4.
So basically, they're just gonna.
Everybody gonna nudge forward to get within 3 inches.
Yeah, I don't even really want to.
Which is probably gonna cause this brigade to fold.
That's my.
Because I don't make my saves like Jon does. Other than the 20th Maine, I can't complain about those guys' performance today. These guys have been absolute tanks. The fighting 20th.
They have been very good.
They've held up completely. Been disordered to half the time on the table, and they've dealt damage to the Virginia boys repeatedly.
You know what? I'm gonna give a charge order to them. So that's what. Okay. So
Rolls here. I'm gonna get the closing fire.
Ooh.
So point blank.
Yeah. Oh.
So 2 hits and a disorder.
Got that. Yeah.
So now you got 2 saves, Jon, and
oh my God.
you failed both, and your unit is disordered.
So I'm in pretty bad shape.
So now, when we're done shooting, we have to go into the melee.
Race shooting. We're just gonna shoot at them point blank. 3 shots hitting on 3s.
1.
The 20th Maine.
Failed 1.
Oh wow! Finally.
So they've got a stamina marker on them.
They have been absolute heroes.
They have withstood a lot.
Because at one point there was 3 units shooting at them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Same thing. Gonna fire at them. 3 shots. -1 for having a
No.
penalty? Or is
No, it's just when you're shaking,
just
as far
when
as I
you're
know. Yep.
So
three.
hit on threes, that's 3.
And they save 2, so they take another one, which puts them at 2.
They're disordered, they're not shaken, so they're -1.
Yep.
Hitting
So
on 5s.
Yep.
1-6. It's cocked.
There we go. They save it,
Pass.
but we are disordered.
I don't know if they would have done much moving.
These guys here are down to 2.
Cannon's gonna shoot at them, hitting on a 6. Ah, it's the opposite.
Yeah. Our cannons have all been so brutally bad this game.
Those guys hitting on, we decided 5s.
Yep.
3 shots on 5,
Nothing. There's a 3, 2, and a 2.
I told you we're at the top of the curve.
Well, I hope it maintains here, because I need this side to stay alive.
Those guys, they're good because it's 50. Shoot at them.
So the 55th going to soak up some bullets.
Yeah, because if I make them run, then at least they'll be out of my way. So, I mean, there's nothing else for me to shoot at.
Yep. So nothing.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, reroll that too.
Nothing.
Nothing. Sorry.
They really can't shoot anything with them either, so why not 2 shots hitting on 4s?
Yeah. So 1.
1 does hit, it's a -2.
Yep, so needing a 6, it's a 1. So they take another stamina marker.
And if they fail this one, they're just gone, right?
I'm not sure how that works. We'd have to look at that.
We'll see. These guys are going to shoot at them. 3 shots hitting on 3s. Well, let me check. I already rolled it.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
So I got 1 and it's disordered.
Because why wouldn't it be?
And they
you
pass.
saved it.
Yeah.
Because you're a legend. And these guys are disordered. They're not shaken yet, almost.
So they're hitting on 4s.
Yep. Yeah. 1. Oh, I forgot to keep them.
And they fail it. So they do have a stamina marker on them. They roll. Now we got to do the melee. This is where it may slow us down a little bit, guys. We should have 6.
We've only done this like once. Yeah, I think we each have 6. 3, 6. Then I'll pull it up here just in case.
And I am on the side, so I'm hitting you on 4s, and you'll be hitting me on 3s. Is that correct?
Yep.
Or no, you should be hitting on 2s.
Well, no. +1, which brings me to 3 for charging. I'm just going down the modifiers here. But then I am disordered.
So back to 4.
Back to 4.
But then back to 3 because you're on my side.
In the flank. If units engage the flank rolls. -1 to you. For
so I'll hit on 5s, you'll hit on 4s.
Yeah.
And these happen at the same time. So let's just... And it's 6 apiece, right?
Yeah. I'll roll mine.
Okay, so what have you got? Separate your misses and your hits.
I needed 4s.
Okay, so you got 4. And I needed 5s. Wow, I got 1. So now we roll for saves.
And then I think the regular saves is regular saves.
Okay, so... Well, do I get anything because you're on my flank or no?
No, just regular saves.
So you've got 1 and I got to save 4.
Yep.
So let's see what yours is. Of course he saves it, guys. Why would he not? And I need 4s. And I take 1.
Wow.
So I will take 1, and then we have to
shaking.
calculate. We have to calculate who wins this.
Well, you are shaking.
Yeah, that can be taken away. So for purposes of winning the combat, you have 1 to mine, but then you have to calculate supporting units. And now we need to see how far away the supporting units are that can be calculated in. Because right now you are winning it by 1.
You ready for this one? A unit engaged in its side or rear cannot be supported, even if it also is engaged in front.
Never mind then. So you win by 1. I'll roll this, and I'm shaking, so it's -1. That's it.
No, you don't take -1 for shaking. It's just per excess.
Okay, well that's 5. So what is it?
5 from hand to hand, shooting in hand to hand. It retires.
Break test.
Over there.
Now these guys, they did become shaken, but they just did a retire. They're not whipped. They're not breaking.
Yeah.
These guys took some extra fire this turn, so they're going to. Yeah, so they're going to take a break test -1 because of the excess casualties. They rolled a 6, which puts us at a 5.
So they do the retire at the minimum.
Yeah.
And then I'll check and see if being whipped does anything special.
That unit's no longer Yeah, that's still shaking. I'm gonna just stick with the Zoavs right now. I want these guys. I want to order them to advance.
And
Up to here, I want to draw a line onto those Zoavs. So needing an 8. There you got a 7, so it's enough to do the one move. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that one stay put. Or, now that they're in the front, I think I want him to leave that unit, and I want to give a rally order to that. So, needing a 7, because I'm within range of the enemy. And if he makes this, he gets to pull back there and pull a fatigue marker off of them.
So 7.
So he does it. He's going to leave that unit, join this unit, and this unit will now go down to 2 stamina markers. They're no longer shaken. That is the last order he can give on that side of the table.
Cool.
Moving over to here. I want these guys to make one move over to here.
There you go.
So needing a 7. We got it.
6.
So they're just going to make a one move to just get out of the way of the guns.
Perfect. I might have boned the Texans there.
I'm hoping so.
My goal was to actually kill them, but it didn't quite work out that way.
He is going to give a rally order to these guys. So I'm going to take an order test needing an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Good. That's good enough. He goes in and pulls one off. So they're still disordered, but they're no longer shaken. And I don't think there's anything else I can do over here that I really want to do.
I think everything looks pretty. Honestly, for as much chaos as I just caused,
and as much as I've been flubbing everything, I'm still in decent shape.
That order phase, you came out like a bandit.
So the 20th, the fighting 20th Maine, I'm gonna go ahead and pour it on to these guys in front of me because they're at 1 stamina marker.
I thought they were 2. They're at 1.
And we're not shaken, we're not disordered, so I need 3s.
Uh-oh.
So 3 hits. We got a chance to shake these guys.
Yeah, they might be in trouble. Yeah.
So they are at 3.
They're actually shaking.
Now, I am going to shoot the Virginians, or is that the Texans? Nah, Texans.
That's the Floridians.
That's the Floridians. So this unit is disordered, so they're going to hit on 5s.
Correct.
Yep. So hitting on 5s, shooting at the Floridians from the 1st Maine Heavy Artillery Infantry. Nothing. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Now I'm going to shoot with the 116th Pennsylvania. They are 2 stamina markers. We're pouring it on the
this
Texans.
is where, so hitting on 4 is 3 shots. This might be where
2 hits.
I'm in trouble. Unless I roll miraculously here.
Both saves.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm doing my artillery.
I forgot about them. Okay, I'm still in trouble.
Yeah, they are at half
3
range.
shots.
Yeah, there's 3 shots hitting on 4s.
Correct.
Oh, wow. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
So, over here, I guess. This artillery is going to shoot at the Clinch Mountain guys. 1 dice hitting on 5 because of long range. There it is. So we do get 1 hit, and it's -1 to your save from the artillery. So needing a 5.
Nope.
So you do take a pin marker.
I got a makeshift one here. Wherever am I? These are my Desert Rats dice.
Some of the keen-eyed viewers will recognize that.
Yep. Oh, why did I? Yeah, why did I put?
Like, what does he do?
I don't. You hit my commander with a cannonball.
Okay, so I guess the Zoavs over here are going to shoot into the Louisiana Tigers.
They've got
3 shots,
1.
4s.
Yeah. 3,
Nothing.
2, and 3.
Nothing. How many's on the Hamptons boys? 1?
A 2 on them. 1 on them.
Okay, so I've got to focus on the Hamptons boys. So my Zoavs are hitting on 4s because we're point blank and we're disordered. Hitting on 4s into Hampton's Legion.
That's
2.
Pretty good.
So I just need you to fail 1, John. I needed you to fail 1, dude. Jesus Christ.
My heroes have been these guys.
My God.
Okay.
So what? We got 1 broken unit or 1 shaken unit that you got to test for.
They did become shaken, didn't they?
So if you roll a 7 or higher, they're good, guaranteed.
2?
That's a 5.
Oh.
They're gonna retire 1, I think.
I'm going to order them to move up so that they're actually within point.
You can rally.
Well, but I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it. I got you.
So I just need a -1.
So 7.
7, yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna do that. So they're actually within point blank. And then now I will try to rally them. So again,
7. So they're down to 1.
That's good. Okay. Then these guys. Okay, camera died, but right before it did, right before I rolled my dice, I was gonna put these guys into a march, go up the bridge, and we actually determined while it was off I would need 2 moves, so I wouldn't be able to actually change out into a line. So basically, I want to change it to a march column, go up 2 moves, and then end behind them.
Yeah, and you are on the road, which puts you into a 9. So if you can get a 6, you can do the march column in 2 moves. There it is.
Bam.
He rolled a 3 and a 1.
So
He changes to a march column, and then they advance across the bridge as far as they can go, and they are staying put.
Like that. I'll move them kind of like flush with them, and only get 3 inches because it's in the middle of the crap. So I guess they need a. Are they on the road or not?
Yeah, you got most of the units on the road.
So I need a 9. So I got an 8.
Yep.
I can do it. Which I would have been able to do it either way. They're fine. I just want them to move basically back up where they were. So I need a...
Probably just an 8. Are they shaken? Is that the shaken unit?
Why did they move back?
Because they got shaken,
Yes.
yeah. So the question is, do you suffer a -1? Because I know whipped units always do.
That's
so they're good.
7. Basically, they're just kind of right back to where they were. Shooting. We'll start over here. I'll start the other way this time. So, 3 dice, hitting on 3s.
You got 2. And this is into the 20th main. Passed them both.
Wow.
That's what they've been doing all
They're
game.
heroes. They're going to shoot the 20th main as well.
And they are shaken, so they will suffer a -1.
Yeah, but they're point blank.
So it's a 4.
4.
So
2.
2. And they save 1, take 1. So that bumps them to shaken now.
Heroes. They're going to shoot at them.
So,
4
okay.
shots. They're good to go as far as that. So 4 shots in on 4.
Nothing.
Shoot at them anyway. So 2 shots because they're within 9. But shooting overhead.
So 5s.
So 5s.
Got 1 and they're disordered. So, and is it over half range?
No. So it's
So it's a 6. And they get it.
Oh my god.
So, but they are disordered, which is what you needed. Because honestly, I'll tell you now what I was going to do. If they survive that, they were just going to change facing and charge. So that disordered works out for you.
I suppose it does. I didn't take that into account. Let me just.
I only feel comfortable telling you because they can't do it
I
now.
forgot to do that shit. Okay. I guess I'll shoot at them. So 3 shots hitting on 4s. Ooh.
Oh yeah, the whole game, guys. And I fell 2, so they are at 4.
4. Cool.
Golly.
Hold on now. Shoot at those guys. 3 shots hitting on 4.
This is getting ridiculous.
Those guys, they're not point blank or anything. So 2 shots hitting on 4s. Tigers are gonna shoot at them. What do you say? Like they're not.
I mean, yeah, they're in that's yeah.
Okay. So I don't think they're at point blank though. No. So 3 shots hitting on 4s, and they're good to go as far as shaking anything. So to 1 hit. 3 shots hitting on 3s. 3 hits.
And they pass 1.
Then no charges or anything, so just morale.
Okay.
Or,
So shaking on the 20th main. They rolled at 12. They're good.
Yeah, they're
they
fine.
stay at 3.
Absolute heroes.
These guys here are going to do, so basically for the people who didn't see it at home, John witnessed it and I left the dice alone. These guys are at 4, so it's whatever I roll -1, and this is for the 116th. They rolled a 9, so they're 8, so they're good. They get reset back to 3.
-1. -2, because they're disordered.
Yeah.
So actually, that should have been -2, but they still...
They rolled it. They would have been a 7.
They would have held its ground.
Yeah. So this is for this Zoav unit needing -2 to this roll. So they make an 8.
Held ground.
So they're good.
And then them, which they're only -1.
Okay. This is watch this be the one that runs.
Right. Oh my
Yep,
God.
that was it. Game over.
So it's game because once half your brigades are broken, it ends, and you only had 2 brigades. They were just a little bit larger than mine. Alright guys, so yeah, it was I say narrow Confederate victory.
I don't know about narrow. John and I have got a lot of differing opinions on this game itself. John says narrow. You guys can watch it, the proof's in the pudding. I mean, I spent most of the game all hovering on the edge of shaken and disordered. I mean, hell, most of the game I was disordered. Yeah, I had a couple of yours, but again, when you get down to the end of the game, and I mean, 75% of my units are either ready to run or have started to run, and you've got 1 shaken unit, I don't feel that it's as narrow as you think it is.
No.
We discussed off camera. You know, I had said before we went that I wanted to discuss what I think my mistakes were.
Mm-hmm.
I think John and I have come to 2 agreements, but we do have 1 disagreement, and we'll let you guys settle it in the comments.
Okay.
This should go good. The first mistake I think is on the, I guess would have been my right flank, when I brought the 20th main up and I brought the 1st main behind them. And they basically spent 2 turns allowing the 20th to be pounded and disordered before I finally moved them out to give them some some firing support. We agreed that that's a mistake. John's said I got another mistake on my positioning of my cannons. I guess I can see it. He said I should have brought them up further forward because they do present an obscure target. And I can see that. But again, when you fail 3 or 4 order checks for those guys in a row, it didn't matter how close they are at the beginning of the game because they're not getting in. The one where we disagree is on the left side of the table. Yeah, my left, John's right. It was where John had both of his Zoav units, the Hampton's Legion and the Louisiana Tigers. John's thinking is that I should have spread out in an entire gun line, a la maybe Tau from 40K, and I should have just waited on him. I don't disagree with the waiting. But I do disagree with the entire gun line because I knew that at some point I was going to take some hits from those cannons. So my strategy was typical Civil War strategy of I wanted to send 2 regiments forward and follow suit with 2 more to maintain fresh. And then whenever the front units took their beatings, I could rotate.
Which was sound.
And it was a sound idea, but I think where I failed was just my not being able to give the brigade command because the guys in the back couldn't finish their move within range. So I had to split it into 2 separate orders, and when the first 2 units made it, and then the second 2 units just failed, that completely shot it apart at that point.
With all that said, that was the first scenario out of the booklet. I guess we're gonna try to play the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean we've got most of everything painted, so I don't know what the next scenario, how many it requires, but I think that is the goal, to continue on moving through the book and learning as we go. I don't know. I don't think we got too many things wrong. No. I mean, obviously our kind viewers will tell us everything that we did get wrong.
Of course.
And again, I want to know in the comments if my idea of the rotating units would have worked had my orders not failed.
I don't know. Tell us.
So let us know.
Yeah, have your experience. Let us know if you're new. I hope you enjoyed. We hope you guys are having a good new year at this point. And whatever you do in life,